Hey guys, Loot Wizard here with another video on Gems of War. This one is going to be on Guild Wars. So I haven't done these kind of videos in a long time, and I figured I'd do a few of these this week since Guild Wars is going on right now. For me, it's the first day, and I have the blue day. It might be in a different order for you that I'm not sure about, but for me here, it's going to be blue. So my attack team is going to consist of blue weapons and troops. I already built together three possible teams here to use. The first one is an elemental based team around King Gobtruffle, Forest Troll, the Miraji Queen, and this elemental weapon. You may not have this one, but this is a really good weapon when you're using an elemental team. This weapon will explode green gems on the board, and a lot of them, as you can see 42 here, which there's never going to be that many green gems on the board. But it will grant a random status effect to all elemental allies, then summon an elemental. So it's going to give it positive status effects, which could be enchant, blast, reflect, or enchant, barrier, all that good stuff. But it's going to be a good mana generator too, because we're exploding all those green gems. Then King Gobtruffle, there's really nothing I can say about this guy that you probably haven't already heard. Great troop, damage to all enemies, creates a mix of 14 green and brown gems, and then also gains an extra turn since it is a goblin. And Forest Troll here is going to start with half mana because we're using the Titan class up here. And this guy will double the number of green gems on the board, which is going to feed right into the King Gobtruffle. And the brown gems that this creates will go and fill up the Forest Troll. Miraji Queen is down here mainly just to give the elementals a 50% starting cost to the mana. But it's also a powerful troop as well because it will curse all enemies and it converts all green gems to Doom Skulls. And since we're going to be creating a lot of green gems here with the Gobtruffle, it's going to be a good opportunity there to convert those green gems into Doom Skulls. The other thing, I believe this weapon creates, if you have it fully upgraded here, it does create a life, or not a life, but a leaf storm, which is green mana falling down on the board. And we're going to test that out to make sure that's the way that it is. I think that's what this leaf is here. I haven't used this weapon in maybe a few weeks, a month. So my memory's a little fuzzy on like if that's going to happen. I think it does. But, we could use Queen Beatrix instead of Gobtruffle. But Gobtruffle is an elemental, and that's kind of what this team is based around with the weapon and with the Miraji Queen. So that's my blue team number one here that I'm going to try out. A second blue team is kind of the same thing, except instead of the troll, I would put the Gray King in here because that takes brown mana, and Gobtruffle is going to be creating brown, so it would fill that up. And this is also a mana generating troop because it will destroy all gems of a chosen color. And then it does true damage, and it mana drains and silences and freezes. So this is an excellent, excellent troop. If you don't have it, you should plan on crafting it. The Gray King. So that's my second team there, and I may go with that as the main one. Because I think I have enough mana generation going on in this first team without the Forest Troll. But I might need that to kind of get things going and power it up a little bit. Because other than that, the only damage sources I have is basically the King here and the Miraji Queen. So it'd be nice to have a third source of damage, and that's where this second team with the Gray King comes in. A third team centers around Rope Dart and a few other troops here. Queen Beatrix I use in this team, and Ironhawk is a mythic troop. This is going to create 12 Doom Skulls, explodes 18 gems, and so it's a mana generator as well as it does damage when it explodes those skulls. And the Possessed King I threw in here, not really for damage, but for the mana generation. So that's a third team. There is a lot of different good blue troops out there. I could make up probably a dozen, 2 dozen teams with different, troops. Really quick here before I go in and do the battles, let's go over a couple of weapons and troops that honorable mentions, I guess you could call them, things that you can use instead of the weapons that I am using today. So you could use, if you have the Doomed Blade, this is a really good blue weapon, does a lot of spell damage, especially if you have it fully tempered, and then also it converts red gems to Doom Skulls, very powerful. You do have the Dawnbringer if you have crafted it yet. If you've crafted it, you can use that, it's blue. Orb of Winter is a really good weapon that you can get from leveling up the Frost Mage class. And let's see here. The Anu Scepter is a pretty good mana generator. Destroys gems of a chosen color. So that's an option if you want to use something to generate mana. The Bronze Lock Pistol is good in certain teams. So that is another option that you could use. If you go for a Divine team, you could use the Divine Protector. It does gain barrier when you cast it if you do have it upgraded. And a pretty good overall weapon for a Divine team. Fire and Ice is a blue weapon. This is pretty good. Damages pretty high damage to all enemies there. Jar of Eyes is a really good blue weapon, mostly for the mana generation. It will explode brown gems, and then it's going to summon an All-Seeing Eye troop. So that's pretty good there. And then, of course, you got Rope Dart here. That's what I have in this team. So there's a few good weapons here that you could use. Now moving on to some troops, I just want to name off a couple of things here. Troops that are good. Aquaticus is really good for Blue Day. Champion of Anu is pretty good for shutting down enemies. And I would say that High King Iron Gut here is pretty good if you can get that attack up there. It's a little risky though until you do get that attack boosted up close to 100. And then we have Mistralis, which is blue. We have Megavore is blue. If you want to go a really high soul damage team, Pharaoh's Rod is available. If you want to go looping, you could try to loop with a Shabanu Vespera. If you want to Ice Storm every single turn, you can go with Skady. And Sick Rocks is a good mana generator as well for some things. Possessed King is great for mana generation, as you can see here. And also, we have the Lord of Slaughter. Now, I did consider making a team with this guy for Guild Wars today, but I didn't do it. I went with these other setups, and so that'll be what I'm going with for now. But that is an option. The Lord of Slaughter is really powerful. And then if you have crafted them, not many people probably have yet, but Zul'Goth is available for Blue Day and Guild Wars. And then for some notable legendary troops, we have Behemoth is pretty good, damages all and destroys some gems. Emperor Corvash is really good, does true damage first to enemies, stuns, and drains their mana. And of course, King Gobtruffle and Queen Beatrix are good. Kristanex is good for blue. Laraiza here is a good mana generator. It's going to create a Madness Storm, which generates blue and purple mana. And, those are just a few things. The Miraji Queen is good, too. Silent Sentinel is a really good defensive troop. Shuts an enemy down pretty well. Tesla's available. Web Spinner is blue if you wanted to go a really high, risky, high skull damage team. So those are just a few options there for troops and weapons for blue. I think I'm going to go with, we're going to test out these teams. I might go, we could do that one, but I'm thinking of actually starting with this just because I love the Grey King. And I think that would probably be a better option because the Troll is mostly going to... it's going to be good to generate the green for the King Gobtruffle and the green for the Miraji Queen. It's kind of hard to say which is going to be... I don't know. I guess we'll just go with Team 1 and see how we do here. The first team doesn't look too threatening except for they are using a Queen Beatrix. Which can be pretty devastating if it gets looping. So, let's use the first team here. I'm using a banner that's double green and brown just because the green is going to be for King Gobtruffle and the brown to be for Force Troll. So let's go to battle here. So Guild Wars, we're doing it, and we're using an all-blue team here. And as you can see, everything started with half mana, and that is due to the Miraji Queen down here. It's making these two start with half mana, and then, of course, this is half mana just because it's Titan class. Right away, we have a 4-match here, and that powered up my troll, and perfect. We have enough green on the board, and we can start looping. Beautiful. So now I can get this going. And if we get a 4-match with skulls, we can use that Miraji Queen down there and just do some serious damage. But now that we're looping like this, it should not be a problem at all. Right here, we might be able to get an extra turn with all this green and skulls. But I'm not going to risk it there. We're going to get the gob here a little bit more. Cast it a few more times. And now I could explode that, but let's see. Just using up my 4 matches that I see. We'll cast this again. It's pretty simple, just looping that, and we'll cast it one more time. That's just that troop is just crazy. So yeah, we did pretty good there. Won the first battle, and we didn't use the only 2 troops we used was the King Gob Truffle and Forest Troll. We didn't even use the weapon. So this one's a little more dangerous. Savage Hunter is at the top. We have Moon Rabbit, Infernal King, Doomed Crossbow. This guy right here deals some serious damage, triple damage, and places Hunter Mark when doing skull damage. So it can really knock out your troops pretty quickly if you're not careful. So if I have a chance to collect some brown mana and gain barrier, that'll really help save my my troop here. So the Force Troll really did come in handy. So I'm thinking maybe we want to go with that team again, but we could try this one, or this one is also an option here. But we did so well with this one, I think I just want to go with it again. If we lose with it, then we might switch to another one, so we'll see. This time we were not lucky enough to get a 4-match right off the bat. It's a little disappointing here, but we'll take the brown, get a barrier here, and get our troll powered up just a little bit. The stinking Moon Rabbit just gave life to everything. I really hate that troop. And I don't have any brown or green to match, so my best option here is just to go for a purple. I was hoping I would have had enough there to get that completely powered up, but not yet. And we do have a brown I could take here. Maybe there'll be enough green on the board. We have the Infernal King just converted all the green into skulls. That was not cool. So it looks like here we're kind of stuck with just doing a skull match here. At least we got rid of that. But he killed my my weapon there. But I think I'll be good because I can loop my Gob Truffle now. My Gob Truffle. I only have 8. Might not be enough to get a 4-match. Nope. We're going to have to rely on a little bit of luck. Well, here's a 4 or 5 match here or a 6 match of green. We're going to convert that to Doom Skulls. And yeah, so we got rid of the pesky Infernal King there. This Moon Rabbit, though. Yeah, we got it. We lost that one troop, which is going to cost us a little bit in points, but we still came through with a win. Yeah, we got a little less points, because normally this would be like 1,500 points if you don't lose a troop. So, but it was a pretty dangerous, and this one is pretty nasty too. We got life and death. I might want to use Queen Beatrix for this one. This team right down here. Just because Queen Beatrix is going to cleanse all my allies. And life and death is going to cause me lots of trouble. And they're using the Orb Weaver class too. This is going to be really awful. Yikes. But he's going to death mark my troops, and that's not going to be good. Now, the Possessed King here is going to offer some good mana generation. I don't know about getting hit, though, a couple of times. He's going to get this guy powered up really quick, and he might destroy these guys in like 2 hits, because I don't have any way to gain life. But let's just go. Let's go. I might lose this one, but we'll see. It's all part of the fun, right? So right away, we got lucky with a 4-match here of green. That makes me happy, and since we had the Possessed King, it's going to offer a little explosion there. Oh, and we got a 4-match of skulls. That's good. And do we have anything else here? We got a skull match. What is this going to do? It's going to convert yellow to purple. That is not good, because we got, he would get, I think, a 4-match or something here. I have barriers, so I think I'm just going to take this purple to kind of mess up his plan here. And it turned out that I did get powered up. So I'm going to use this, and we're going to bring this guy up to the top, because he's kind of annoying too, because he's going to summon. He does a lot of damage, and then he's also going to summon. Yeah, I wish I had a better color to grab here. I think that's the only matches is purple. I don't see any other gem matches. That's awful. He got powered up. Yeah, one more hit with his life and death weapon, and these 2 troops are going to die. That is not good. Not good. And this troop right here is so evil. I lost my hero. It's game over, basically. Unless I can loop my Queen Beatrix forever. I don't have any blue or green. This is awful. I don't have any blue, any green. Why? Oh, man. I hate those teams with life and death in it. They're just awful. And we're fighting it again. So, well, I could go ahead and try this one, see if we get lucky. We do have Doom Skulls and Cursing. Could try the Great King too. That would silence a lot of those guys. That's true. Let's try this one. I might end up losing every single battle against this team. We'll see. Got a 4-match there. We'll at least get our weapon powered up. Oh, we do have a green here. And Great King is powered up. That's awesome. That is awesome. So what we can do is, and this is not blessed yet because it hasn't. This is beautiful. I should be able to drain its mana, I think. Because I don't think it has any way to stop that. So it takes brown and purple. And this takes both colors. So let's see. Purple is more. And purple would also hit this guy. So I think I'm going to go with purple. And it drained the mana on the Orb Weaver, which is beautiful. So now we could do brown. We hit the life and death weapon again. Now let's do purple. We just killed life and death. That's awesome. And then let's use the Gobtroffle there a little bit. This is now powered back up. See, this is why I love the Gray King. Like this, it's just shutting all of this down. Now we can do green because it'll hit those 3 troops. And the Gray King is powered up again. And we can do green once again. Killed those 2 guys. This is going to do 65 true damage. I mean, we just decimated that team with this Gray King. And if that doesn't tell you something right there, like the Gray King is really powerful. Very, very powerful. So I'm going to do a skull hit to that troop, and then we're going to... it takes red and yellow. Let's just get yellow out of the way. Silence that guy. Got a bunch of mana that came down. We'll take blue. Gob Truffle. And it is game over for him. That was the team I should have used to begin with, instead of the Rope Dart team. Rope Dart's powerful, but the Gray King is just beautiful because it can silence those guys. Now, this is a really dangerous team. I've seen this one in PvP a few times. Moonsinger, Malcandessa for instant mana generation because they start with full mana. That's going to power up the Queen Beatrix and start that looping. And that's going to create brown mana for the Doomed Club. And the Doomed Club converts green gems into Doom Skulls. So this is like really, really dangerous team to fight against. But we'll go ahead and use the Gray King team. We'll see if we can pull off a miracle once again. And we're starting with a 4-match here. We got lucky with that, but he froze us down here. I don't like that, but we got Gob Truffle here. And I got webbed. That's not cool. He's going to start looping with Queen Beatrix. This is awful. But the only saving grace here is that weapon put Submerge on my 2 troops. He created... Whoa, look at that. Look at this. You'll probably never see something like this. All those skulls were created and not a single one of them matched. Can you believe that? Look at that. That's insane. Alright, and he just set it up for me. I'm going to use that. Get another one in there. And then we're going to use that. And... I guess I could do the skull match, but I think I'm just going to do this really quick. I didn't do much damage with that, but I'm trying to create enough green gems to use. Here we go. Now I can do my own skull damage. Yeah, we got rid of Queen Beatrix there. I'm down to 6 health. That's awful. And I'm a goner. There we go. There's so many just difficult teams to fight against now in Guild Wars. It's rough. And that's my 5 battles for the day. I won 3 out of 4. We had some hard times there with life and death, and that last team was pretty brutal. So, that was my Guild Wars for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll try to do one for each day with each color. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.